What's going on, everybody? I had a really long break. I wanted to make some videos. Obviously, it's now after Thanksgiving since the last video was put up, so it was obviously, hopefully everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we're almost time for Christmas, so hopefully everyone gets ready for Christmas and has a good one at least. Obviously, I was going to make some videos, but I obviously there was a death in the family, so obviously I was not going to be around to make videos when paying respects to my uncle that passed away. So obviously that is the reason why I was going to make videos 2 weeks ago, but then that happened, and then this past week work put me up on a new schedule, so I was learning. Basically, I only had one day off the whole day last week, and then going into this week, I hurt my back pretty bad, so I wasn't up for moving around a whole lot. But it's got my back still hurting a little bit, but I manage, trying not to hurt it further or get it re-hurt. So obviously I'm taking it very easy right now. But today's video is all about a new, I wouldn't call it mod, but if you tell by the picture of the video, you obviously know what it is. But it's a new thing for the top of the truck. Is a roof rack cargo carrier. I guess that's its official name. By, I think the company's called TYGER. TYGER, yeah. Except the Y is not an I, and all that other stuff. Not really gonna go into that much. But I was thinking about doing a whole installation and installing it on there, but that would have taken like a 45-minute video, give or take. The whole putting the thing together, you just follow the directions and it's good to go. But on a scale of 1 to 5, I think that's what I use my typical scale of how hard something is. I definitely give this between a 1 and a 2. Basically just common hand tools. It comes with an Allen wrench, and literally that is all you need for this whole thing. I also did add a shovel or an axe side mount to the rack. Show you on it real quick. But overall, I mean, it's real sturdy construction. Everything's powder coated with it's not a bed liner material, but it's not just straight smooth paint, so it's kind of a slight abrasive to it, but you know, clean welds. The construction's really sturdy. It mounts real easy to the top of the truck. When it was shipped, obviously it took a little while because it was coming from, I think, California, so obviously it took a week to take its sweet time getting here via ground. But this cost about $175, and I'd say that's pretty good money, right there in that mid-range of what I was looking for. I didn't want something that was like, I've seen stuff out there that was on Amazon that was like $300+, and then I seen stuff that was on Amazon for like $60. So obviously I don't want to get something that I paid cheap and I get cheap. So, you know, you buy it, and within a few weeks it's rusting or it doesn't do good. So obviously this one, like I said, it was about $170, and it's definitely really good construction. And then the brackets that I got for the side of the rack they were $50, and I can't remember the name of the company that I got it from, but here is the rack itself. So obviously you get a wind deflector. This is how it mounts to the truck via the crossbars. So a clamping system that connects to the bars, and then it clamps to the overall rack itself. So you have a two clamp system, and then it covers for where it mounts to. Each section mounts together, and then it's screwed in, and then it has a sleeve that comes over it. so the screws, I guess, don't rust. I'm not 100% sure. I may later on change the screws out for a set of stainless steel ones, so we don't have any rusting at all. Overall product the product of it, I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. The only reason why it wouldn't be a 5-star is because, and I've seen this on other people's pictures, one of the connectors where the tubes insert to each other so you can screw them in, one of the outer tubing was bent in. So that's the only reason why, and it came with a sticker that said quality control number whatever. I guess the person who checked it, well, obviously the person who checked it didn't see that bent area. So but I mean, I was able to get a small pair of pliers and I was able to reshape it, just pull it back out and it reshaped. But other than that, that's pretty much the only complaint, is they need to have better quality control. But the dimensions, I think, were 47 inches long, 36 or 37 inches wide, and it's 6 inches tall. So if you're looking at something that's kind of small, compact, this is definitely one for you, or you're looking for. And I believe we're about to have a flyby. I hear them. Oh. That right there would be V22 Ospreys. Stack of 3. I thought they were going to be 53s. Just by the thud, but nope. I'll have to tell my dad that his plane's flew over. But, this is the whole rack system. Let me set down my drink. So obviously, you have decent midsection bars. The bigger bars in here are 1-inch tubes, and then they're welded up. But like I said, this is the mounting system that I have that will put a shovel or an axe, and then I'm gonna look about putting another mounting over here of the same kind, or something else that I can put a set of mat tracks or something on this side. So as it's getting into the winter months, I have those on there so that if I get stuck, I pull out the mat tracks and a shovel and I clear a little bit, put the tracks down, drive out of whatever I'm stuck in or stuck on. Hopefully not stuck on, stuck in. And then also, with the coming of the winter, I have the toe hooks up front with the D-rings, and I have the D-ring in the back. So obviously I had to take a real quick pause there. I had to take a phone call real quick. But so like I said, with the winter coming, I had the toe hooks and the D-rings up front, the D-ring toe hook system in the back with the toe straps. Then I'll have the toe system up top, or not toe system, the dig out system up top, and then eventually, this is a big if this truck is around after about another 60 or so thousand miles and I switch out these tires, I'm gonna go with a set of bigger ones, and then I'm gonna keep a kind of like dummy tire in the rear so that it's there for, say, rear end crash protection. You have that spare tire there, extra weight. And if I just need to swap out a tire real quick, just to get somewhere, and I don't feel like getting the big tire out of the roof rack, because that's where I'm going to put it when I get a set of bigger tires, and I know probably for a fact that it will not fit a set of 31s, 31 by 10, I think it's a 31 by 10 and a half up under the truck, so I'll have to put it on the roof to stow it. And then if I ever need to put anything else up on the roof, I can. That's the whole reason why I got a cargo carrier, was so that I could store anything that could be outside for like a camping, hunting, or extra gear. Let me sit you guys back down. For extra gear that I could stow up top. It could go up there, be tied down, and be good to go. Now, obviously, with that roof rack, the only con, besides the bar being, or one of the connector holes being bent, but that's installation stuff. The only con, once you get it on the vehicle, is you're going to have a little bit of wind noise. And unless, if that's not a big factor for you, then by all means, go ahead and do it. You can get one. Now, some of the pros to it are, like I said, you have extra carrying capacity up top. I am going to try to look to see, but I don't think they have one. But I've seen it with other racks that you can get a longer section put in, and then you'll have, you can make your roof rack carrier, 18, 20 inches longer, so you have more carrying capacity. But for this truck, and eventually when I get the new truck, I think this will be a decent size to go on top of the F-150. It won't be too big. So after, kind of looking over it at first, I was like, well, I really like to have the bigger roof rack, so it's longer. But now after really looking at it, this one's just fine. Decent amount of carrying space on it. And then plus two, when I get the new truck, this rack would just transfer over to the new one, and we'll go from there. But some of the other pros to it, obviously, you see that I have the side mount for the axe, and then the mat tracks. Eventually, maybe I'll put them on there, but you can put extra mounts for lights, anything else you want to carry, ropes. I don't know what else you'd really put on the sides besides the mounting points and set of light bars. Everything else would be on the inside. But I think that's really the only thing. But like I said, the only con is you're going to have some extra wind noise because the wind's moving around all the bars and whatnot. But I mean, other than that, for having that on there for now for about 6 hours, I definitely like it. And that's another thing. You can definitely spot it from far away. In a large parking lot, just look for the roof rack. Trust me. I was visiting some of my teachers up in my school, and I was like, I walk out the door, and the truck's probably a good 100, 150 feet away. Automatically you see it. Because of not only is my truck lifted, but now that roof rack is on there, so now it's another 6 inches taller. So now you see it more. Plus two, at first I was like, dang, I was like, my truck is huge. But then I realized I was parked next to a Honda Civic. So I was like, okay, that's acceptable. But gonna have a surprise for y'all in the next video, which is, I think, gonna be coming out Thursday. It's gonna be a big one, so be ready for that. And also, I swung by the dealership. They are getting some of the new 2019 new Ford Edges. So expect a vehicle review of just I'd probably say an SEL, a titanium, and then definitely the ST. We're going to have a whole, obviously the SEL and the titanium are not going to be too much different. It's going to be cosmetic stuff here and there. I don't think the interior has really changed. But the ST, obviously the ST's completely whole new looking vehicle. And then obviously the Ranger is not going to be coming out till the beginning of next year. So obviously we'll have to wait on that. And then I did see, and from some other car reviewers, the new 2020 Explorer. That definitely looks, the ST version looks really nice. And one of the people in the comments when I was watching the video on their take of the, God, what do they call them? Camel vehicles. They're testers, they're mules. One that camouflages on some of the regular Explorers. They said it kind of looks like a bigger version of an Edge. Yes and no, to an extent, but we'll have to wait and see once they get camouflage off of it, and you see it in its actual painted form with no camouflage on it. Have to wait and see, but that's not till 2020. So sometime this coming year, we'll start seeing them at vehicle launches and whatnot and car shows. Hopefully they may have one at the car show here in January when it comes here. Maybe, just maybe, I'm hoping. But other than that, I'm going to end it here. Like, subscribe. I would say comment, but there's nothing really to comment on this vehicle unless you want to know anything else about the rack. But other than that, I'm gonna go inside. It is cold out. Last time I looked, it was about 37 degrees. But right where I'm sitting is in the sun, so this feels like it's 60. I wish I could just sit here all day, but my back is starting to hurt again, so I'm going to go in and lay down just for a little bit. I will catch you guys next time. And, oh, hit that bell notification. Hit that bell. That definitely helps with the videos, so I know which videos do great and which videos I don't have to steer towards anymore. Obviously, you guys wanted nothing to do with a airsoft rifle camo painting thing, so obviously I'm not going to go towards that direction anymore, and I don't need to go towards that direction anymore because I don't have any more guns to paint. I'm not 100% sure if you guys want to see airsoft videos. I did a weekend out at near the airsoft range Ballahack near my house, but gameplay wasn't all that awesome, I guess, so I deleted those videos. Maybe if get another weekend, we can do that. Let me know if you guys want to see it. If not, I won't even worry about it. But be ready for Thursday. Gonna have a big surprise. It's like the second or third time now I've said it. Don't quote me on it, but I think it's the second time. So I'm gonna go lay down. See you guys next time, and later.